Why is everything a duology or a trilogy or a series? I have absolutely zero business making another TBR, seeing as I've completely abandoned my TBR for May. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kai. This month I want to do something a tad bit different. So if you've been watching me consistently, you know that we do these TBR prompts every single month for our TBR. But I am now at the point where I have started so many series, we need to start finishing them. So all of these blue papers are for my physical TBR. These ones are anything that I have on my shelves that I haven't read yet is for game. These specifically are all of the series that I have started that I am not caught up on. Could be worse, and I'm sure there's a couple series that I missed, but these were all the ones that I could remember off the top of my head. I have 7, which I think isn't too bad, but it's still a lot of series to be in the middle of. If you multiply that by how many books are in the series, that's a lot of books. And of course, we are going to have a little bonus pick at the end of the video, so stay tuned if you want to hear me yap about that one. But without further ado, I think I'm going to start with our regular TBR picks and then do our series picks afterwards. That sounds like a plan. You cannot read this, but for our first prompt, we have a book with a one-word title. I'm going to peruse my shelves and take inventory and see what I have to pick through. Little sidetrack, hopefully there's not too much background noise in this video because my mom is playing music downstairs and it's not super loud, but I can hear it through the door, so I'm assuming that you guys can hear it too. If I didn't fix it in editing, I'm sorry. I'll try and talk louder so that you can't hear that. Back to our picks. So we actually do have quite a few options for one-word titles. I did not include anything that I'm in the middle of because we only have so many series to pick through, and I kind of want to have fun with that. I really need to get into the fantasy standalone world because why is everything a duology or a trilogy or a series? I need some more standalones. First one we have is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I have had this one on my TBR, I think for the past few months, and I have not started it. There's no reason in particular, I just haven't gravitated towards it. I do still really want to read it, it's just I feel like I'm never in the mood for it. Next one we have Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb. I'm actually 8 pages into this and I started it sometime in the fall or winter last year and I haven't continued it. I recently posted a TikTok of some things that caught my eye at Barnes & Noble and I saw that the second book for this is out. I'm not sure if it's a duology or a trilogy or a series or anything, but I know that the next book is out, so I think that should be a little bit of motivation at least for me to pick this up and finish it finally. We also have Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. This one has been on my Goodreads want to read for 2 years. This is a very sci-fi magic kind of world. I do want to pick this up. I just don't know if I'm in the mood for it currently. I've been reading a lot of fantasy lately. I grabbed Foxglove, but I think the first book is Belladonna. It's on my shelf over there. I just don't want to get up again. But Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I just recently picked this up at Half Price Books and I haven't even taken the sticker off. I know this is a young adult fantasy. I don't really know much about the plot at all. I see games and I think it's a romantasy. This is really tricky because I don't think I'm in the mood for Foundry Side, so I'm gonna put that to the side. Honestly, I don't think I'm in the mood for Caraval either. So it's between Dragonfall and pretend this is Belladonna. I think I'm gonna pick Dragonfall because it's been a while since I've read about dragons and I have been reading a lot of young adult fantasies this month, so let's take a break from that. I don't know if, I think this is just an adult fantasy. I'm hoping. So I think we're gonna pick Dragonfall and I have my necklace on to match. For our next TBR pick, we have not YA. This could literally be anything on my shelves. That's not YA. I'm gonna try and pick something that I have not had in another video so far, but don't be too hard on me because I just might. So I picked 2 of my most anticipated reads that are on my shelf currently, and I think these are pretty well liked in the book community. First, we have First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. This is a romance. I have talked about this in a previous video, and I said I was gonna pull one that I haven't, but I think I've only talked about it once, so it doesn't count. And then we also have Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. This one just recently came out earlier this month, and I had yet to pick it up. This has been calling to me a lot, but so has this one. I have access to the Kindle version of this, so it'll kind of make this large book less daunting. It's about 500 pages long. These end pages are gorgeous. The sprayed edges are gorgeous. I mean, the cover is gorgeous. And so is the naked hardcover. Everything about this book is gorgeous. I have had this up on my shelf right next to Silver Elite, which I have not picked up either. I feel like I should pick First Time Caller, only because I have been reading so much fantasy. I think that I need to incorporate another, what am I thinking? Another genre of book. And people say that this is a really, really good book. It's like almost 450 pages. I think this is what we're gonna go with. This one is 2+ POV. So this one I'll actually have to flip through a little bit to figure out what has more than one POV. I did have this prompt when I picked May's TBR, and if I'm boring, I might go pick the same book that we picked, but I'm not sure yet. Let's go see what options we have. So, not gonna lie, I got a little bit tired of flipping through different books to figure out which ones had multiple POVs. So we picked up The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I recently got this one at Half Price Books as well. And to be honest, I don't know if this is the first book or not. I'm hoping it is. Me in the future, editing Kai, will let you know right about now if it's the first book or not. So, is it the first book? I don't know. I still don't know. I'm going to look it up after. Assuming this is the first book, we're going to start with that. If it's not, then, you know, one less thing on our TBR. If I'm being honest, I have zero clue what the Atlas 6 is about. I just know that everybody loves Olivia Blake, and a lot of people were raving about this series, so it's about time that I pick it up. And also, I didn't want to rifle through every single book on my shelf. That one was kind of definitely a prompt that I should pick like first or second, not like third, because at this point, like when I'm getting up to get books every time, I kind of a workout. We're going to do our last TBR pick, and then we're going to move on to our series picks. Oh, this one's fun. Reminds you of the season. So obviously I have no idea what most of these books are really about, because I do in fact go off of influence of other book creators. So, of course, some of them I have a little bit of knowledge of the plot and or storyline, but I'm going to be going based on vibes. It is spring still, but it is the end of May, and it's been like 90 degrees where I live. I live in Northern California, but not like super north, not north enough for it to be cold, just north enough for it to not be like beach weather. So we get a lot of heat, not a lot of like cool breeze. We get wind, but not enough to cool you down. It's like hot wind. So it's been really hot lately. So we're gonna pick a book that is like summer vibes. Hopefully. This was like literally so pathetic. None of my books are giving summer vibes except for one. And you guys are gonna laugh at me with how I came to this conclusion. Trial of the Sun Queen. Sun, hot, weather, hot. That's how I came to that conclusion. Most of my books are like fantasy, so I feel that when I think fantasy, I think like autumn. So I definitely need to like diversify my reads a little bit, or at least like the covers of the books that I get, because a lot of them are like dark like this. Oh wait, we also have Ship of Magic. I mean, Pirates is kind of summery. Let me confer with management. Okay, so I'm actually going to switch my pick. I am going to pick Ship of Magic instead, because I was reading the synopsis for Trial of the Sun Queen, and it's like Games and Trials, and I love Games and Trials, but I just binged the Powerless trilogy earlier this month, and I think I need a little bit of a break from Games and Trials, because there were 2 different times there were Games and Trials in that trilogy, and again, I love them, but I need a break. So Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. This one is an epic fantasy, and I have read like a chapter of it already, but I need to finish it. So that's going in the pile. Now the part that I'm excited for is actually finishing series that I've started. So we're going to shuffle these up and kind of pick which 2 series we're going to continue this month, or at least prioritize. First one, this one is The Legendborn Cycle by Tracy Dion. I finished Legendborn, I think, at the beginning of this month. I actually have it right here. I do not have Bloodmarked or Oathbound yet, so I'm gonna have to go buy it or get it on my Kindle through Libby. Every time I see Bloodmarked at Barnes & Noble, I want to go get it, but then I don't because I hate the sprayed edges. I think they're so ugly. So I'm gonna go to an indie bookstore to get it or order it. I'll put Legendborn in my pile just for a placeholder. Oh, this one's fun. This one is Assistant to the Villain. I actually do have book 2, so I'll go grab it real quick. Book 2 is Apprentice to the Villain, and I think book 3 is coming out at some point this year as well. I feel like I read this somewhat recently, but it's been long enough that I'm ready to continue it. I just needed a reason to. And I say that even though it was on this month's TBR as well, but I didn't get to it. So these are our 6 books on our TBR. We'll do like a rapid fire, just in case you guys forgot. But I'm actually like really excited for these. I have been reading so much. I think I just finished my 16th book. No, oh my god, I'm such a fucking liar. I just finished my 11th book for the month. Oh my gosh, don't listen to me. I just finished my 11th book of the month and I am on track to finish 16. We'll see. I think I am going to do a 12-hour reading vlog this upcoming weekend because it is Memorial Day weekend, just to kind of like crank out a few more reads. I do have like a couple arcs that I've gotten from NetGalley, so I'm going to try and like crank out more of those reads so that I can really focus on my TBR in June. Our first pick was Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb. Number 2 was First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. Third was The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. Number 4 was Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. And then the 2 series that we are continuing is the Legendborn cycle and the Assistant in the Villain series. We're on book 2 for both of these. And then our bonus that I'm hoping that I can read during my birthday weekend. Let me show you. I really want to binge the Hunger Games series because I finally have access to Sunrise on the Reaping from Libby. I know I'm super late to the party, but I was not gonna go buy the hardcover when I have all paperbacks. I'm not gonna do that. I have done it in the past and it drives me crazy. And now I have like City of Bones, for instance. The first 4 books I have in paperback and the last 2 I have in hardcover, and it drives me crazy bonkers. Okay, well, this is our big stack of books that we will be prioritizing in June. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what your rating for them was. I'm very excited. I am feeling so accomplished and so inspired to read lately, so I'm hoping that I can actually tackle, let's say, 50% of our TBR, because the past 2 months I have been lacking, but I think 50% is good because then that gives me like wiggle room. But disclaimer, my TBR is always for fun. I really don't hold myself to like finish my TBR for the month if I don't feel like it. I am a mood reader, so sometimes I'm just not in the mood for the books when it actually comes time to read them. But that is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.